He made the jump.
You know, Kathleen, he always had somebody upstairs looking upon him, and it was just beautiful. The conditions were fantastic. The only problem that Robbie actually had is when he was doing the timing coming out here, he had a major problem with the bike sort of spinning out when the show was going on. So actually the back tire spun a little bit, slowed him up. So he emerges right from that steam and then goes right over the locomotive. Well, then midair, what he does is he actually can hit the right-hand brake to try to slow the bike and tilt it a little bit. Well, he hit it too hard, so it stopped the motor on the whole thing. So he lands on this on the landing ramp here. He's got no engine. So he's trying to like slam onto the brake and, you know, slow it up. It's a lot harder of a landing when he does that. Look at this. I mean, you can see how hard the skid marks actually are. And
He dug in.
He dug in here. He's like, the next thing he's looking at, the hay barrels down there. You know, that hay is not soft when you're hitting it about 77 miles an hour. He's broken his nose before on that. But, I mean, other than that, picture perfect. Now, watch this again. You just got to watch this. I'm still amazed. Look at Whoa!
Robbie Knievel has got it!
Flawless. Now,
Right
Rob,
into the bales.
when you first stumbled upon this, seeing it in person, did you think, I mean, you were there for the Grand Canyon jump, and that looked insane. When you stumbled upon this, did you think it was truly possible to make it?
You know, I really do. Now, it's a lot like golf. You play a little golf. I know. You know, we can get you out there on the course.
Not well, but yes, I do.
Oh, come on. Now, look, what you got to focus on is you got to focus on the distance. Robbie was jumping about 180 feet. Easily done. He did 228 feet at the Grand Canyon. But now the major thing you got to think about is you got to block out the moving train, the steam, the sound, the bell, I mean, which is hard enough to do as it is. But if you can do that, get the timing right, he had no problem. The only problem was he had to make sure he was off of that takeoff ramp before it smashed into a zillion pieces, which actually happened last night. You know, I'm going to tell you, you know what's next, Kathleen? What do you think? Well,
I was hoping retirement, but I think that's out.
Robbie says he doesn't get paid enough to retire, you know? So one of the things he's talking about is there's a couple of them. One is jumping an active volcano in New Zealand, jumping over the hot lava. The other thing would possibly from aircraft carrier to aircraft carrier, or the one I'm putting my money on for the next month or so ahead would be in Reno. He's going to jump over the biggest little town, biggest little city sign that's about 45 feet up in the air, which would mean another height thing, which I don't usually like those things. He doesn't like those things, but he said really last night that it was unbelievable. This is his best jump ever. Just, I mean, the different things you talk about. Canyon was unbelievable, but you actually had something moving at him, smashing the takeoff ramp. It was incredible. Did you stay up last night to watch it?
Well, you know me, we got to get up before the crack of dawn, so I did see some of the preparations. But it was my understanding, Rob, that there really was no way to have a dress rehearsal because you can't, you know, smash up the ramp every time. So this was really a one-shot deal.
It really was, and Robbie, you know, he was thinking about bailing out on that, and maybe they'd build the ramp again last night after the tires spun. But of course, you know, Robbie says, hey, you don't get paid for practice either. You don't want to keep practicing and then hurt yourself, kill yourself. So he's, hey, I'm going to do it. He did it, and that was just unbelievable last night. I'm telling you, I can't wait for the next one.
And I'm sure you'll have a ringside seat, knowing you, Rob.
I hope so.